above the stage. So they'd set themselves up for that. But good stuff on their end there. We'll be seeing that Mario again in Winners Finals. And now we have a matchup that's a very funny matchup just because of how one move can change interactions a lot of the time here. I remember at one point this being considered one of the worst matchups for Luigi. I don't know how true that is now with how much the meta has developed at this point. But there are some very, very funky interactions that can go on between these two characters here. Between Real and Zypher. And the betting begins there with 100, I forget what these are called. Shroom points, or I think I can figure this out here real quick. We got bets going on for both players here. I think if I remember correctly, these were called Shroom tokens, but I'll just verify that myself. Toad tokens. That was close. These bets going right now. 100 on Real and 40 on Zypher right now. Those combatants are ready here. Let's see where they want to start off here.
3, 2, 1, go!
I like the trampoline just set up in this stage just to exist. Yeah, this is really interesting, actually. I don't really see this move used too often in neutral, but I can see it being very disruptive for Luigi, who wants to get in from the ground quite often. Or get in from a specific jump range to start a landing aerial combo. Oh, wow. I don't know if that was quite the percent looking for it there, but if that connected, that would have been kind of crazy. Because otherwise, Zypher looks really well set up here so far. Oh, that air dodge is a little spooky. Crazy. I think they took the hydrant damage there too, so that was a bit of an enhanced knockback from that. And Zypher taking the first stock. Oh, missing that there. Gonna be a good punish there for Zypher. Catches the spot dodge too. You always gotta watch for spot dodging against PAC-MAN because that grab covers a very nice range ahead of them and lingers long enough to cover that defensive option. Wow. Zypher just out of range there, Real capitalizing off of that. Oh, that plunger connecting there could be real lethal. Gonna cash out on the dash attack there, missing, I think, their second downer. Hang on, okay, Zypher's still alive there. Honestly, with Real overcommitting there in that moment, I'm a little surprised that they didn't try to drift to the left to try to reach for the trampoline, because they had a way to survive there if they could make it to that at the very least. Challenging Pac-Man when they're coming from the ledge, when they have Galaga. Zypher getting so much off of that. That's the one time you just have to respect Pac-Man, because they can just get so much off of a reversal there. Okay. 101 here. But this is the thing, is that Zypher's gonna be playing so much keep away here, is how is Real gonna find a way in on this at this moment. Spot dodge again, not the defensive answer here. Gonna have to try something else. Because Zypher already has that called out really well. Just been seeing a lot of great grab game from Zypher this game one here, honestly. Just really, really good for calling out defensive options. Yeah, that was a great punish on the Cyclone too, even. It's an option you certainly have to look out for from Luigi. And it has a lot of lag for punishing, too. Really good stuff there. I'm actually thinking about like how space kind of really benefits Zypher here. That going into this next game, I wonder if Real is going to try to pull the stage together a little bit, give himself a little bit more room to get in. Here might be a possibility, though I do feel like that opening in the middle is a lot smaller. So it might make it harder to approach, but the stage length otherwise will make it easier to close space for sure. It's gonna be, depends on how Real calls him out. I like that string off of that up air there. Keeping them off the stage and now this down air here to punish the end of the side B too. That was a really great start. Don't want to get too ahead of themselves though. Having a great opportunity to close the stock early is always really good, honestly, if you have that opportunity. And finds it with the back air catching that jump from ledge there. Very solid start. Already finding a lot of what they're looking here. It's a great grab from Zypher here. There's not much extra credit happening on this stock here, and Luigi could be dead here. Oh, that was an excellent low edge guard there. He went all the way down there to meet the misfire. That misfire probably gave Real the distance they needed too. Oh my goodness. Just finds the grab and that stock is gone. Zypher did such a great job of equalizing things. This Hydra's the main reason why this matchup is so funky, because the water blowing out periodically completely disrupts trying to do an entire down throw combo, or just a lot of Luigi's zero to deaths in general get disrupted by that because the wind box will push Luigi out of the position they need to be. But still, so much damage being built off of that combo, I don't think that that really matters in this scenario here. I think, in all honesty, this looks pretty much almost finished. I think that was the wrong reactive choice, though, to try to up the out of shield there. Zypher was completely out of range. Okay, pressuring the corner again. Another backer at ledge will certainly kill PAC-MAN. Plunger to make it difficult to come back to approach. High recovery from Zypher. Alex was waiting for the hydrant there. That's really good patience to see. Oh, but this Galaga, really big find? Okay, that very close to doing it there. Snuck that Cyclone in a sneaky spot. Zypher really has to be careful with that. Back throw. Catching a slight overcommit with that Nair, perhaps. Maybe a greedy option to go for. Okay, these clanks were really... Those clanks when Alex was, or when Real was coming back up there, they were really fortunate, honestly. Zypher was lining up for that vertical recovery, but in the end, that shield pressure was able to mix up and find a cross-up with that back air to take it out. Zypher made that really close at the end, though. Zypher is really good at playing safe in these closing moments, I feel. Now the counter pick of Zypher is here. If they want to run it back, I feel like it, honestly, the stage wasn't too bad for them there, but they all do have the opportunity to go to other stages too, so that's certainly to be considered as well. maybe the one stage they might be avoiding might be Battlefield? I feel like that might be the stage we avoid. Okay, went to PS2. I believe this was the same stage as Game 1, so... Yeah, this looks familiar. I think this was the Game 1 stage. Oh, but the hydrant's on the other side of the stage there, so Real's not going to get interrupted in any of that conversion there. And if they executed that correctly, that would have already been a stock right then and there. Zypher's going to have to honestly be pretty mindful of where they set up their hydrant here if they're going for a longer stage. Because if Real can force them to be further away from the hydrant, or if Zypher gets too aggressive and gets too far away from the hydrant, then Real has a lot more to work with. And they were retreating toward the hydrant there, but Real chased them down, smelling that they did not want to be near them. That was a really good chase down. Okay, excellent. Okay, I was about to say how that upbeat trampoline being planted down the ground, again cutting off a grounded approach and making it harder for Real to find a conventional way to pressure that scenario there. And Zypher found a tech chase setup off of that led to a kill almost immediately. This damage is piling on, and these trades are not benefiting Zypher nearly as much as they are for Real. Okay, we're gonna roll on here, not entertain a hydrant ledge trap. Wow. Caught them right as they were rising up there. I think that was just enough to get the kill. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that the stock was found there, because it looked like what Real did was correct there, but they didn't commit their aerial enough towards PAC-MAN there. Just undershooting a little bit, and Zypher was still able to find a punish despite the bell not stunning them. And this is actually looking pretty good for Zypher here now, actually finding some really good conversions here. 86% has been put on here. They have the perfect opportunity to just retreat to these platforms and force Luigi's approach to them. Absolutely minimizing the opportunity to punish. This is the good scenario that I do see, though, for Real, is that Real pushing PAC-MAN into the corner could be really great for them. To find a real opportunity to bring this back. Okay, parry, up tilt. Got him in the corner. Trying to wait for something there, but Zypher does not budge and retreats, resetting. Very smart on the reset neutral there. Woo! Bailed out a little bit by that trade. Okay, low recovery. Still having the jump. That jump is just so vital to Luigi, too, just to even have recovery mixes in the first place there. Putting a lot of pressure there, leaving themselves open. Kind of overcommitting there as a result of that, with that cyclone. They tried to force a get up there, but the patience from Zypher on the ledge there was perfect for them. A real panic trying to get on stage as soon as they could there. Zypher taking full advantage with the key. So if it's not banned, I assume Real can go back to small battlefield here, but I wonder if there's another stage they might be considering too. That game was so close though, and honestly, it could have gone in their favor, and it looks like we are running it back this time. Potentially meaning that small battlefield might have been banned. We are running it back to PS2 here this time. I really like the use of the down tilt there to pressure Pac-Man before they can try to set up any sort of a wall. They're on the back foot against Galaga there, using the Nair to clank it out. Real has been showing such great use of their aerials to clank out Pac-Man's projectiles or even just straight up cast them. Very good knowledge check in terms of the matchup. Oh goodness, I think they caught their jump with that back air. So I couldn't even see where they used their jump there since they were so far down, but that seemed like the key moment where Real needed to escape that scenario and get out of there. Zypher catching them with a cheeky attack. And now it's starting to look like this stage pick is going to really benefit Zypher as they can run away, retreat more comfortably. Wow, a nice forward smash there. They got around before Zypher even realized it. Oh, that pivot grab could have been a little bit more. It wasn't the end of the world for Real here. He's still able to try to put some pressure here. Okay. They rolled on last time, so they mixed it up with the get-up attack to keep Zypher guessing on what to look for from a Hydrant-less trap. This percent gap, it's closing. Zypher almost fighting the up air there. That was really close for Real's life there. That down is certainly going to do it, though. That linear trajectory lining them up perfectly. Okay. Another Galaga found from Zypher here. Okay, and a grab. The thing is, honestly, I haven't seen as much of that grab game in the past few games. It hasn't really come to play as much, but it was something that was working so well in game 1 against Real's defenses. And now being brought again while Real is down and put into pressured moments just allows Zypher to pile on more and more damage here. Okay. The question is, how do you find a stock? Tries to find a Cyclone there, but Zypher activates the up B, knocking him away. Is that move complete? How do I word this exactly? I feel like it does knock people out of intangibility if they are grounded, because it always prioritizes knocking people up into the air. It has some very interesting properties. Oh, wow. That's a little unfortunate for Real there, not realizing that the hitbox on the melon was still active there. But that's perfect for Zypher there. Real running in and sealing their fate. Zypher will move on to face off against the Mario we just saw in the previous match there. Going up against the #1 bro, could maybe say.